Have you noticed how easy it is to unite people when there's a common enemy? We may not agree in many areas, but it's easy for us to agree that a leader that we don't like has to go. That party that we don't like has to fail. This kind of coalition can be very strong until we actually win, and then the fractures surface. Psalm 55 drops us into that kind of moment. David is still the king, but there's a movement in the city that's against him. The cities are full of violence and strife. Plots are whispered, and worst of all, a close friend, someone who once walked with him in the very presence in the house of God, he's joined the opposition. In this pressure, David doesn't just pray, Lord, wipe them out, bring them down. He prays something very specific in verse 9. Destroy. O Lord, divide their tongues. That line reaches back to the Tower of Babel in Genesis 11. Their humanity is united. One people, one language, one ambitious project. Let's make a name for ourselves. God doesn't knock the tower over with fire. He confuses their language, and the project falls apart. Once they can't speak the same way, they can't keep building the same thing. David is asking for a Babel-like moment in his own crisis. He knows the strength is not in numbers. It's in shared words. Their stories, their slogans, their talking points. So he prays, Lord, break their agreement. Turn their words against each other. Let their unity unravel from the inside. We still see this pattern throughout history and even today. Groups rise, and they can rise quickly when they rally around a common enemy. But once they gain power, deeper disagreements begin to surface about how far to go, who should lead, what victory really means, and the alliance that seemed unstoppable begins to splinter, as if their tongues have been quietly divided. Psalm 55 gives us a way to pray into that, not a partisan prayer, but a righteous prayer. Lord, wherever power is built on deceit, betrayal, and shared hatred instead of shared justice, divide their tongues. Slow them down. Don't let that kind of unity endure. And like David, we end up not in fear of coalitions, but in trust. Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. But I will trust in you, David says.